Hey, it's Tammy at Shirley's here in Collins, Mississippi. I'm going to just do a regular mailbox bow. This is not going to be like on a swag, it's just going to be a bow. And we're going to make the bottom part mesh. I'm going to use a striped mesh with some real glittery lime green in it. And then I'm just going to use a basic metallic red mesh. Okay, the way I like to do it, I always put my pretty print on top. And this is kind of like a filler on the bottom. So to make a mesh bow, it's real simple. You take it, and about how big you want your loops, about, let's do about 18 inches. So basically it's gonna be 36 inches that you're gonna just fold in half. I'm gonna take it and scrunch it up like that. Just put them together. I don't twist on mesh because the sides are the same on these. I'm gonna do 2 loops like that. Come in, wrap it around the bottom. Cut it off. It's just gonna give you a bottom layer. About 18 inches wide on the bottom. Okay, now we're going to come in with our pretty ribbon. And we'll do the same thing, just take it, fold it. Probably going to make these a little bit shorter. Let's see. Probably about 20 inches. Kind of have to use your judgment. I just pinch it together in the middle. Come on top. Fold it over in the middle like that. We're just gonna make this one big, okay? I know it looks like I'm just kind of, and I am, I'm just kind of pinching it together. Take it, because this stuff starts twisting everywhere. You're going to take it and you're going to fold it over like that. And just pinch it together in the middle. And you know, you can make sure both sides are kind of even, just like we do on bows. And then I'm going to just cut that off. To wire these 2 together. I'm going to lay it aside. Make sure you get it tight. Just twist it around. Okay. Because I've got this other ribbon still sitting here. I'm just going to use it. I'm going to add a little bit of gold to it. So I'm going to just make a fairly good sized bow. Just bring it together like that. Pinch it. That's 20 inches for the bottom. To me, the more ribbon you have on your mailbox swag, it's prettier, the different types. I'm gonna basically kind of do the bottom the same on both sides. Those were about 20-inch ribbon pieces. I'm gonna just use 2 on that. Cut it off. And now we're gonna come in on the top. I just leave a little bit hanging. We're going to twist, bring it around. They're basically meeting. We're going to do the same size. We're going to twist it again, bring it around. Twist it again. I'm gonna make this one a little bit smaller. Kind of see about that much. Twist it again. I actually feel like I'm doing my bows backwards. I usually start from the top and go to the bottom. I'm gonna twist it, make a loop right there, cut it off. Actually, I should have left this a little bit longer, but I didn't. All right, I'm gonna come in with some smaller ribbon. Loop it. Okay, let's ignore this middle piece. We're gonna cut this thing off. Okay, let's bring a little piece of this over. Twist it. That's one thing. You can't you change every time you go to make something. You might be in the middle of it and actually change the way you're doing it. I'm basically just gonna add a few loops to this top just to give it some smaller ribbon. I'm just gonna do 2 on each side. And then I'm gonna leave this piece a little bit longer. Right there. Okay. I'm actually not going to use the gold. So I'm going to take some strainers. These are going to be kind of long because it's for your mailbox. Cut it. These are about let's see, about 52 inches long. But you can make them as long as you want. I just grab and just put on there. That mesh is trying to get a hold of everything. Okay. I think I'm going to do the same for this other side too. Just hold it together and come over here. You can dovetail these. I may go back and do it later, but at this moment, I'm just going to let them hang just so y'all can kind of see. Because I did cut them straight across. You're gonna put your wire in the middle, pull it all together to the back, pull it really tight, and twist. Okay. What I would do probably is get some jute rope or something to that you can actually tie, but I'm just going to take some just wire right now. Take some pieces of wire, cross it, fold it over, and just twist it around. Everybody always has wire. Make another. If you got the wire that you buy on the spools, you can just use that and just make it really long. I don't have that in front of me, so I'm just going to make do. All right. So I'm going to fluff my bow. Open them up, just go one to one side and one to the other. And depending on how much money you want to actually spend, I mean, you can get pretty expensive, but if you just want like a basic bow, you can just use one ribbon, you can use several ribbons, use different textures. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'll open my wire that is on the bottom, and I'm going to make some streamers for the mesh. Just kind of put them together. I know y'all know is the more you get to the bottom of that roll, this stuff starts to curl. So I'm just gonna kind of put them together, cut it. You can make these as long as you want, just preference, but this is basically what I do. Then you got these two right here. I'm going to attach, because your mailbox bow is going to go this way. So we're going to make sure that our ribbon is going this way and not this way, because then it's going to be on the front. So make sure that you're placing this so that it goes to the side of your mailbox, like this. And we are going to twist this on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my zip tie, because you want to make sure your bow is secure. I love to use the zip ties because I know it's not going to go nowhere. Okay, so remember, this is the mailbox. We want to make sure our ribbons are going to go on top. Whoops. So I'm going to flatten this down a little bit so you can see. I'm going to make sure that I get the middle of the bow. I'm going to lay it on top. Make sure all your streamers go in one way for each side. And you'll find the middle. Because once you zip tie it, you want to make sure that each piece is on the side that it's supposed to go on. So I'm going to take it, hold it together, and make sure everything's on the right side. I'm going to add, where did my wire go? It's here, y'all. Okay. Well, anyway. It must have fell to the bottom. But y'all know the little wire thing that I just wired together. I've got to find it. But we're going to make sure this is it. We're going to make sure that it is going this way. I'm going to find it. Hold on just a minute. Because I'm fixing a zip tie. Of course, I didn't have Cassie here to help me. This is the one that I twisted together. That's what, if you don't have any rope or anything to attach it under your mailbox, I just made a wire. I'll put it on the bottom. Make sure that it is going the right direction. Make sure that you put it in the middle and not have too much on one side and not enough on the other. Me and this mesh is not getting along today. Okay. All right, so it is in the middle. This is in the middle, and we have both our streamers going on the side that it's supposed to. Going to take your zip tie, run it down the bottom. On the other side, push it in there. You're going to go through the bow, the mesh. Let's see, that's trying to come off. And the wire. Gonna zip tie it. Just like that. Gonna make sure, I don't know, this wire today. Okay, in the middle. All right, we are going to zip tie really tight. Clip the zip tie, not your wire. Pull it over. And we are going to reflow. I always like to go in, open them up with my hands like that. Anytime you buy a bow, a lot of times by the time you get home, it's going to be mashed. So you just go in, open them, fluff them. Bring your streamers around where you have some on both sides. Bring that one to this side. And there you have it. You just put it on top of your mailbox. And wire it under the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see. And I will go back and dovetail these, but for time, I'm gonna just leave it like that. Okay. You got your streamers on both sides. Right here. And then you just lay it on top of your mailbox like that. Make sure your ribbon's going the way you want it. And if these are too long for you, cut them off. Alrighty, there is a mailbox bow.